Hey guys, it's been a while since I've made a video. I've just been really busy with a lot of different things, and if you've seen my last video, you know that I did just buy a house. So before I go into this whole video, I just want to explain a few things. I was not planning to film this video. I literally just threw on some makeup and a shirt and jumped in the corner of my office. So my office is not completely done. This setup is not going to be the setup, it's just for right now, and I am filming this video on my phone because I don't know where my Canon camera charger is. I am kind of living out of boxes still, so once I find my charger we'll be good to go, and I'm actually really excited to start making videos again. Like I said, if you've seen my video before this one, I know it's been like a month or more, but I now have a room that's dedicated to like filming and editing and stuff, and that is the room that I'm in. It's gonna get better, especially once I find my charger. So yeah, enough rambling. I don't know how to make videos anymore. So this video I am going to be basically showing you pictures of the steps that I've taken and like explain to you guys what I've been doing to get the house to where it is now. It is nowhere near finished. I still have a lot of work to do, but I am finally it's finally becoming more livable, and we're just gonna go ahead and get into this. I'm going to turn my camera so that I have space for pictures. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and get started. So I'm going to be looking down at my computer a lot because that is where my pictures are, and that's the ones that I'm going to be referring to. So I'm also going to go in order in which I fixed up the rooms. The first room that I started in was the living room. Sorry, I don't know where to look on my phone. So the first room was the living room. I first started off by painting the living room. It was just like a white color, and I wanted it to be gray. So my boyfriend and I painted the living room gray with our work schedules and everything, and me not really wanting to be here by myself a whole lot at nighttime. It took a little while, like a few days, for us to get a few coats of paint on the living room walls, but we got that done. And then so I went ahead and I used like a utility knife to cut a little peekaboo in the carpet to see if we had like hardwood underneath. And I got super lucky with the flooring that was underneath the carpet, so I literally did not have to do anything on the lower level of the house. I mean, the main level of the house. I just ripped the carpet out. Again, my boyfriend helped me rip the carpet out, and it's actually quite a bit of work, and it makes a lot of trash. So if you've never ripped the carpet out before, you basically cut it up into strips, and then underneath the carpet there's the carpet pad, and then that's all like stapled into the wood underneath. So you gotta rip up, roll up the carpet, and then put that in like a billion trash bags, and then you have to do the same thing with the carpet padding, the foam that is under the carpet. And then you have to take the staples out of the hardwood by hand, and it actually takes quite a bit of time. It's not necessarily that it's difficult, but it's time consuming. So after the living room was painted and the hardwood was exposed, we went ahead and moved into my niece's bedroom. So my niece and my mom are living here at my house with me. We have a very small family, and that's just how it is. And so next was my niece's bedroom. I went ahead and did like the same type of thing. I painted the walls. I did kind of a design with the tape in her room. I wanted pink and gray for her colors, so I did a design on the walls using painter's tape. And then I did that on one wall. It was kind of like an accent wall, I guess. And then I went ahead and painted the room that pink color. And I basically had to do that part by myself. So my boyfriend was not able to help me for like an entire month. I was doing everything by myself. And let's be honest, I did not have the money to hire people to do things for me. So I literally did like 85% of this by myself, which is why it's been taking me so long to get things done, because I do work a full-time job. I do have to like help feed my family and like do all the shopping and everything. I'm the only one that can drive and all that. So working full-time and then having to provide the food and go shopping and all these other things on top of fixing the house by myself, it's been taking so much more time than I wish it would have taken, but it is what it is. So I went ahead, I painted her room, and then I did the same thing with the carpet. I would go there every night after I would come here actually. I would come to the house every night after work and just like do a few hours of work and then repeat every single day. So yeah, I painted. I took the carpet out, put her bed together, like did all the stuff like that. And then after her room was done, I went ahead and moved on to my mom's room. So I originally did not plan to paint my mom's room, but then I noticed there was like some water damage like on the upper part of the walls in a couple of spots, and I could not just leave it the way that it was. So I went ahead and painted it. It's like a very light beige color, like it's almost white, but it's a warm white, and I think it looks really cool. And then for my mom's room, I wanted like neutrals, like with gold accents in there. So I went ahead, painted her wall with the like light beige. And then after I painted the wall, I did the same exact thing with the carpet. I ripped the carpet out. And again, you got to do the carpet, the padding, and then you have to rip out all the staples by hand. Oh, and the tack strips. I forgot to mention the tack strips. Those things are so dangerous. I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing, honestly, so I have stepped on so many tack strips, but I'm fine. I didn't get tetanus or anything. So I did the living room, my niece's room, and then my mom's room. Got all the furniture and everything in there and ready. And what did I do next? Then I moved to the upstairs, the upper level, which is like the attic, but there's 2 bedrooms up here, one of them being this one. So I started off in my like bedroom, and it's all wood paneling and blue carpet. So it's honestly been a nightmare, but unfortunately, like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm kind of learning as I go, where it's like kind of too late now. But so in my bedroom, I obviously cannot keep the paneling. I wanted to smooth it out as much as I could. So what I did was I took some like joint compounds and I filled in the lines of the paneling, like the grooves, and I had to go over that like 2, some spots 3 times. And let me tell you right now, I wish that I'd known this before I went and sanded everything the way that I did. But I went ahead, filled the grooves, and then sanded it. What I did not realize is that you need to not only fill in the parts with the grooves, but you need to fill in the entire wall, because once you paint over the paneling, you will see the fine lines of like, the paint will literally get sucked up into the wood. So you have to go over the entire wall with joint compound, not just where there's the deep grooves. Like, because there's like little tiny grooves that once you paint over it, they're very noticeable. So the walls in my bedroom do not look the greatest. I mean, from afar they look fine, but when you look up close, it does not look the best. So I wish I would have known that before, but it's fine. It's fine. So after I painted that, after I filled it in, I sanded it, and then I painted it. The joint compound sucks up so much paint. So much paint. So I had to do multiple layers of paint. It was the biggest mess ever. Do not ever do anything like that unless your room is completely empty and extremely well ventilated, because it was a complete nightmare. So after the walls were done, I went ahead and, like I said, did the painting, and then I ripped out the carpet. The carpet up here was not attached by tack strips or staples. It was just kind of like, there was like this adhesive tape, and it was so old. The padding under this carpet was crumbly, and it just made the biggest mess. It was disgusting. It wasn't necessarily difficult to clean up, but it was not my favorite thing. Oh, after I got the carpet ripped up, I sanded over any like rough spots where like the adhesive backing was and all that, and then I went ahead, vacuumed the entire wood floor, and then I went in there with a polyurethane stain. I'm not really, like I said, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of like going off of what I've seen on the internet, on YouTube. And where's this picture? I wanted a dark wood floor. That's just my preference. I think it looks better and it hides stains and scratches better. So I went in with the Rust-Oleum stain and polyurethane in Kona. I'm actually happy with the way that it looks. I was actually really impressed with how well it worked. And like, you can tell that there's a good like poly coat on there. I mean, it's not perfect, but it definitely made the room look so much better. So after the walls were painted and the floor was stained, I was actually pretty happy with the way that it looks. I still need to paint the trim because honestly I was just so lazy. I did not do any taping in there. The next thing that I did, so that room is in the attic, so there was this really scary part where the windows go. It's just like emptiness where the roof is, and the people that lived here before me left some insulation, and I just went ahead, tucked it in where the hole was. I bought some plywood and I just nailed it up there. I didn't really care about how efficient it was, to be honest with you. I cared more about covering up that creepy, ugly hole. So I put the insulation in, nailed some plywood over it, and I took some of that foam insulation and just kind of went around the edges. And then what did I do next? I went back in with joint compounds, and I kind of tried to blend the wood that I hammered in there onto where the frame of the house is, pretty much, and I kind of tried to mend it and make it look like one whole piece. And that was just a really awful, ugly wood color, so I went in there and I painted the entire closet white. And I still have yet to get curtains in there, but I'm not in a huge hurry for that. So also in that part, there was this really ugly tile in there. It was like a stick-on tile, I'm pretty sure. Literally all I did in there was I cleaned the tile up, and I bought some of those peel and stick wooden planks from Walmart. Pretty inexpensive. And what color did I get? I cannot remember. I think it was silver spruce, the color that I got. Literally just peeled and stuck it on there, and it looks so much better. Like, I'm actually really happy with the way that it looks. And that took like no time at all. I think I had to use like 6 boxes of it just for the span of where my bedroom is, because that whole dippy part goes along the entire attic, obviously, so I have still yet to finish all of that. It still looks like poop, but I'm gonna get to it eventually, and I'm gonna use the same peel and stick tiles along the entire span of the house. There was originally some ugly sliding doors there. I literally just ripped them off the hinges. I bought some black curtain rods and some black drop curtain hooks things. I have them somewhere around here. So I bought a few packs of these drop curtain hooks and black curtain rods off Amazon. It was not that expensive at all. And then I purchased some white twin size sheets, and I folded the edges over and I hung those up, so now I have like white sheet curtains instead of those ugly wooden doors, which I'm actually pretty happy with. So after that was done, I went ahead and moved into the office filming room, which is the room, like I said, I'm in now. Literally basically did the same exact thing. Took the joint compound, painted it all over the wall. I did not do 2 coats. I'm not super picky about this one. I think that the slight grooves in the wall actually looks kind of like classy, I guess you could say. So I just went over it with 1 coat of the joint compound. And I did go over the entire surface of the wall this time, not just the grooves. And then I went ahead and painted it white because I want it to be white and bright in here. And my boyfriend helped me. And then I went ahead and ripped out the carpet. Me and my boyfriend ripped out the carpet, and then I did the same thing, and I stained it with the same polyurethane stain from Rust-Oleum in the color Kona. So that has that's basically everything that I've gotten done so far. Once everything is set up, I can definitely do like a room tour if you guys want me to. Yeah, just let me know if you guys are interested in seeing like a room tour video. I would gladly do that for you once this office is set up. The most exciting part for me is actually getting like all new furniture and stuff that's actually matches, like everything matches. I have not had that before, so that's like super exciting. And I would be glad to show you guys what it looks like when it's finished. I will definitely be making more videos consistently, definitely coming up soon. Like I said, I've just been extremely busy the last month or 2, and I'm finally getting to the point where I can actually sit down and film. I have everything I need right here in one room, which makes it so much easier than before. And yeah, I'm actually super excited about it. So let me know what you guys want to see next. If you want to see like a tour or like something like that, that would be cool. And if you want more updates on the progress of the house, like something similar to this video, let me know. I really want to know what you guys want to see. I want to be here to make content that you want to watch. So yeah, thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I hope that you found it interesting, and I miss you guys a lot, so I will definitely be back very soon. Bye guys.